And the championship goes to Jon McKennedy in car number 79. In spite of the near catastrophe with just 5 laps to go, the number 79 car rolls to a stop as your 2022 NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour champion.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan Flores here with your 2022 NASCAR Whelen Modified Championship driver, Jon McKennedy.
A lot of emotion. You know, at one point I thought we were sitting in a good spot to win, leave with the grandfather's clock and win the championship. Obviously that last restart there was some misjudging there on the off of 2. I felt a big bump, but next thing you know I was crashed, so that's definitely disappointing. I didn't expect that. I wish there was a little more give and take there, but it's amazing that we were able to even finish and, you know, be champions considering the situation. We were in a really bad spot there, spinning on the middle of the pack straightaway. You know, that took a little bit of this whole deal away, I feel like, but at the end of the day, we are NASCAR Whelen Modified champions, and I'm extremely satisfied.
Anytime you come to Martinsville with the history of this place, I mean, we're sitting on the front stretch, and we remember the finishes with Richie Evans and Jeff Bodine, and just the modifieds at Martinsville have such a rich history. So coming here to win a grandfather clock, the pressure is immense already, but with a championship on the line, looked like you, late in the race, looked like you guys were gonna execute. What's the mental preparation look like for you?
At the end of the day, it was another race. We always give it 100%. You know, but obviously for this event, we just want that little extra, and, you know, there's a lot of work went into it. The preparation, not only for this race, but for the whole year. It all paid off. I mean, today we came in the pits, I don't know, 4th or 5th, we come out leading, beat some really good teams out. And that's just a testament to my guys on pit road. They worked hard this year with all the time during the week practicing, and just a group effort on everyone's end. You know, my pit guys, my crew chief, my car owners to give me great equipment. You know, anything that we need, there was never a question. And, you know, as far as on my end, I just give it 100%. You know, I live and breathe racing. I try to study, look back at videos, how we can improve, take good notes, and, you know, try to take good care of myself, stay in shape and eat good. So I felt really good going into tonight's race. I knew in practice we had a good long run car, and physically I felt awesome. It just, it's a tough one though to get wrecked out there at the end.
You talk about all your guys, all your crew guys. I was talking to Tim Lapine, your car owner, and we were talking about Dale Helquist, your crew chief. He works another full-time job. You maintain the race car full-time. You do all your own work. And it's really a working man's tour. You can't do this without your crew. And those guys all work normal 9-to-5 jobs, take their vacation to come do this with you. Just talk about the sacrifice it takes. It's only the second time you've ever run the full tour schedule. And just, how hard is it to do this and compete at such a high level?
It's extremely tough. I mean, I look back over the last 10 years, I've only probably had, you know, 65 or 70 Whelen Modified starts. To do it ourselves, you know, with my dad and, you know, all our guys going back years ago, we couldn't do it. We didn't have the back end of the sponsors to do it. We didn't have the manpower. It's such a group effort. You've
won almost every championship you can win in the Northeast. From MRS to Tri-Track, even when we just talk about open wheel stuff, the Super Modified, your Super Modified record is incredible, to ISMA championships. What does this one mean? How much more prestigious? We know that this is the top of the top in Northeast Modified racing.
This is the icing on the cake for Jon McKennedy and all the guys that have been behind me for most of my racing career. I want to say I really wish my dad was here. He passed a few years ago. I know he's looking down. My dad was a huge supporter of my racing going back in the late 90s when I started off in those little racing carts. He's my best friend, my biggest supporter. He gave me everything I needed, you know, to a certain point where we couldn't do much more. And looking back, probably around 8-10 years ago, you know, opportunities started showing up. You know, I was getting good rides and winning races, and things just kind of started falling in place.
So I'll close with this. You mentioned your father, Dennis, and talked to me about starting racing mini sprints at Sugar Hill Speedway and getting your first Camaro to race street stocks at Star. Now, it's all come full circle and you're a NASCAR Whelen Modified champion. What is the advice you give to those kids starting out today to get to where you're at? What's your biggest piece of advice?
Never give up. My dad was always a believer. Effort equals success. My dad was an extremely hard worker, and I think that's a huge part of all things in life, right? Effort equals success, and so yeah, for people getting into it, just kind of keep following your dreams and trying hard and try to surround yourself by good people.
Your 2022 NASCAR Whelen Modified driver champion, Jon McKennedy. Congratulations, buddy. Enjoy
Thanks,
this.
man. Thank you.